Hello everybody, welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today we're going to talk about the unfortunate side effects of time travel. I'm sure Mr. Zurgo would like to have a word with Mr. Sarkin. He wasn't quite the same once Sarkin went back. But anyway, I kind of like him. He's a one-mana 2/2. He can't block. That's okay, because you know what is it? What was his name? Sly. Alexander Sly? I don't remember his name from way back, but if you're blocking, you're losing. So it doesn't matter. You're not going to block, you know? Yeah, I can't block the creature's power 2 or greater. Don't care. You're not blocking. And much like the Retachroma, Zurgo Bellstriker here gets around a certain EDH rule. You cast him once and he dies and then he costs 3. Wait a minute. No, he doesn't. You can flash or dash him in, rather, for 2. And when it goes back to its owner's hand. So it's kind of a beautiful thing. It's not real hard to see where I went here. Now it's mono red. We've got a 1-mana general, so this is really a 1-man army go the distance, but not really. Well, let's just get right into it. We're going to pump him up. And we're probably going to pump him up with instants and enchantments. Now, fire breathing's in there because, hey, it's 1 red mana and it could potentially get crazy. 1 mana plus 1 in first strike. 1 mana plus 1 in first strike. Plus 1. Plus 1 in first strike. Yeah, you see a theme here? Plus 1 in first strike. So plus 2. The idea here is you're going to absolutely, positively kill them with commander damage. Plus 2 that attacks each turn. I don't care. Buyback giant growth. What? Reckless charge. I mean, it's 1 mana plus 3, and it has flashback. Dynacharge. Built to smash is a legit giant growth, just like brute force. It's all about just playing Zurgo on turn 1, which you're gonna be able to do, and just absolutely pumping him with. By the way, these blood rush creatures. Yeah, I've never cast them, but I guess if you're in dire straits, you could. But to me, this is not a 3-mana creature. To me, this is a 2-mana instant that gives my dude plus 3, plus 1. Johnny Tyler, the Madcap. That's what I think about that movie quote every time I see this card. Where you going with that shotgun, Johnny? Errantry. Another plus 3. Maniacal Rage. I mean, we're just throwing. Now, I'm not running as much land as I normally do because you can tell the casting cost here. What? Plus 4. Bloodlust is, gosh, one of my favorite cards. Everybody remembers back in the day, a Ball Lightning Bloodlust Berserk was instant win. That's 20 points of trampling damage, people. And you just hope they don't have a lightning bolt. But we're just pumping him up. As I said, I'm playing, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 lands shyer than I normally do because everything in the deck, you're never going to pay more than 2 mana for your general. Claws of Valakut, by the way, legit. First strike. Now, I think it's a little better than the Granite Grip, but you know what? Hey, they're both exceptional in this deck, and it's not hard to get a general win. Like I said, we are just pumping the general. Now, Blazing Shoals in there, just in case you get the early, maybe you got your Obliterate early or something, and you want to throw it to your Blazing Shoal to push over and deal that extra 8 commander damage on turn 2. Gosh, it's sick. That's wreck it. And double strike. Double strike. Gosh, so good. Enrage. Now, that's a really good one because it's just whatever mana you got. Now that we've got through the pump-up stuff, let's Faithless Looting, Tormenting Voice, and Dangerous Wager is my card draw. Now, I am playing with a Armageddon variant here, the Impending Disaster. It's going to go off the turn after you play it, just because it's EDH and there's a lot of players, and if everybody's got 2 lands and it's probably hitting. But you can sandbag your lands and that's fine. But late game, this is crippling. Late game, you need it because this deck is not designed to go deep. You know what I'm saying? You sit back and you just play your lands and whatever, and maybe you can do some of your instant tricks on other combat steps, but this is meant to just one shot folks out of the game, or maybe not one shot, but shattering. Oh, that's not Shattering Pulse. That's Gutter Snipe, because Gutter Snipe, with all those instants that we've got, pretty sick and disgusting. There's the Shattering Pulse, which is, it's hard to play Shatter anymore since, I say anymore, it's not like this is new. It came out in Exodus, for God's sake. But it's amazing, and why wouldn't you play Shattering Pulse over Shatter if you had access to both? It's beautiful. The Goblin War Drums kind of helps your guy not exactly get blocked as much. We've got some issues with, not really board wipes, if you will, but there's a Chasm effect. Slag Storm's a Chasm effect. Anger. Whoop. Mizian Mortars. The Fallout. And last but not least, of course, when you have to fire sale, everything must go. Because there are times that Indestructible Avacyn or somebody's doing some Darksteel Forge Memnarch shenanigans, and sometimes everything must go. But right now, I got to go. That's all I've got for this episode. It was fairly quick. Like I said, this is not a real deep strategy deck. It's just, put your general on the board and ride him to victory. Because, you know what? Quasimodo needs love too. I appreciate you watching, but right now we're going to shuffle and cut.